Hello everyone, welcome to the 80 Jury Charge and Literary. Today I'm going to start out reading an excerpt from the book Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And this is on Remind Yourself that when you die, your in basket won't be empty. Ready? So many of us live our lives as if the secret purpose is to somehow get everything done. We stay up late, get up early, avoid having fun, and keep our loved ones waiting. Sadly, I've seen many people who put off their loved ones so long that the loved ones lose interest in maintaining the relationship. I used to do this myself. Often, we convince ourselves that our obsession with our to-do list is only temporary, that once we get through the list, we'll be calm, relaxed, and happy. But in reality, this rarely happens. As items are checked off, new ones simply replace them. The nature of your in basket is that it's meant to have items to be completed in it. It's not meant to be empty. There will always be phone calls that need to be made, projects to complete, and work to be done. In fact, it can be argued that a full in basket is essential for success. It means your time is in demand. Regardless of who you are or what you do, however, remember that nothing is more important than your own sense of happiness and inner peace, and that of your loved ones. If you're obsessed with getting everything done, you'll never have a sense of well-being. In reality, almost everything can wait. Very little in our work lives truly falls into the emergency category. If you stay focused on your work, it will get done in due time. I find that if I remind myself frequently that the purpose of life isn't to get it all done, but to enjoy each step along the way and live a life filled with love, it's far easier for me to control my obsession with completing my list of things to do. Remember, when you die, there will still be unfinished business to take care of. And you know what? Someone else will do it for you. Don't waste any more precious moments of your life regretting the inevitable. Great advice. Okay, I've got some Latin and French words that I'm going to give you, and then I'm going to read the paragraph. Okay, so you're going to hear inter vivos, quid pro quo, voir and curriculum vitae. Here's your paragraph. Ready? A transaction between living persons is referred to as inter vivos. An inter vivos trust is a legal document creating rights among individuals prior to the death of any one of them. An inter vivos trust differs from a testamentary trust. Quid pro quo means what for what, or something for something. An early form of the concept of a consideration in a contract is referred to as quid pro quo. The French term voir dire means to speak the truth. A voir dire examination of a juror is conducted to determine a person's qualification to serve on a jury. Curriculum vitae literally means the course of one's life, frequently shortened to CV. A curriculum vitae is a written account of one's personal history in a resume format. Okay. Got some legal opinion for you. Here we go. And this is from, let's see here. I think this is from the judge. Let me give you a couple of things a couple of words you're going to hear. Let's see. You are going to hear tavern. On the other hand, which can be phrased, that's O-E-N-D, on the other hand, O-E-N-D. You're going to hear Miranda rights. Officer, which is initial S, final F-er, S-F-er. In addition, N-A-D, that's a great one. Inference. And looks like that's it. All right, here we go. Ready? It spelled out the alleged crimes and referred to facts that led to a conviction on the theory of party to a crime. These facts were the same ones that were introduced at trial. The defendant's version of the incident is that he was too intoxicated to form an intent to commit a crime and too intoxicated to know what was going on. He said that he drank a quart of brandy early in the day followed by several bottles of beer at various locations. He also said that he took part in the smoking of several marijuana cigarettes. And the brief for marijuana is Marn, M-A-R-N. I didn't see that one. He said that he and the other participants went to a bar. He maintains that while they were there, he drank at least 4 glasses of beer and 2 water glasses full of straight whiskey, although he testified that he recalled being at the bar. He claimed to remember none of the later events of the evening. At the trial, his version of his drunken state was backed up by several of the other parties. On the other hand, his version was sharply disputed by the arresting officer, who stated that he read the Miranda rights to Paul Cross after Paul Cross asked why he had not been read his rights. This would show an awareness of what was happening. The officer also said that although it seemed that Paul Cross had been drinking, it did not appear that he was drunk. The officer did not see anything out of the ordinary about the way Paul Cross walked. Another officer who was with the defendant for about a half hour during the booking process said that he did not think Mr. Cross was drunk. He stated that he did not smell anything on his breath, and he stated that Mr. Cross was able to walk and to carry on a coherent conversation without slurring his speech. Moreover, at the trial, the state impeached his credibility. He said that until he was in court, he did not know of a statement made to the police by another party with regard to his conduct at the scene. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and we will finish this in the next literary jury charge class. All right. I've got an article for you. This is on the weather. So I'm going to give you a word list, okay? You're going to hear drought, prediction, technology, atmosphere, weather, meteorologist, phenomena, meteorology, vulnerable, forecast, fluctuation, science, and troposphere. Okay, ready? One of the most important factors influencing the environment is the weather. People have had to cope with the fluctuations of weather patterns for centuries. With all of the advancements in technology, we still find ourselves as vulnerable as ever to rain, sleet, snow, hail, and drought. The science that deals with the study of weather is known as meteorology. The weather phenomena takes place in a relatively small portion of the atmosphere, which extends 6 to 10 miles above the Earth. This area is called troposphere. The air in the troposphere is in constant movement, which explains the changes in the weather patterns. Meteorologists have learned much about the weather and its cycles. We do not hesitate to make predictions and forecasts, but all too often the factors affecting a weather forecast can change dramatically, making any prediction totally inaccurate. All right, we've got time for another drill. I'm going to give you some legal terms and then I will read you your paragraph. So you're going to hear arson, forgery, malicious, consummation, falsification, bribery, assault, battery, defraud, penalty, burglary. And I think I gave you malicious. All right, here we go. Ready? Arson is the malicious and willful burning of property. Most states provide a severe penalty when arson is committed and lives are threatened. An assault is a threat to an individual to inflict bodily harm or injury. Battery is the actual consummation of the threat. Bribery is the exchange of anything of value in order to influence a decision or act. Bribery is considered a misdemeanor. In most states, burglary is the crime of breaking and entering with the intent to commit a felony. Forgery is the alteration or falsification of a written instrument with the clear intent to defraud. Okay, and that concludes our literary and jury charge for the 80 class. Have a great day.